Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to our new time for Spotlight Thursday. We are coming to you live at 12:30 Eastern Time now on Thursdays rather than 4 p.m. So a bit of an adjustment. But for those of you, that we have not met before, my name is Lori. I am a business coach who helps aspiring digital nomads and entrepreneurs to overcome the overwhelm, build their confidence so that they are able to build profitable remote-based businesses that give them the freedom of time and location that they're looking for and allow them to hit their financial goals in 12 months or less. Today, I am joined by Yvonne Dam, who is a performance coach for people who have too little time and crave to take their business to the next level. Through her programs and VIP coaching, she's here to help you grow your business further while making it all feel like a breeze, getting you to drastically reduce your working hours, which I know is very appealing to all of you. And when she's not coaching, you can find her indulging in beach walks with a sparkly glass of champagne. Well, that sounds lovely. So, in Yvonne's words, stop working 24/7, bring back the fun and ease in your business, and get ready for that next level. Yvonne, welcome. That all sounds lovely. So glad to have you here. If you could just maybe introduce yourself a little further to the audience, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's really my pleasure to be here. Yeah, so I'm Yvonne. I'm a performance coach, and I really work with high achievers. So people that are action takers, that are really aiming for results. And that's a good thing. But the bad thing of always being an action taker, always being on, is that you have a tendency to work, because you're so eager to get your business to that next level. And then you find yourself at a certain point and you go like, wait a minute, didn't I start my business because I wanted more freedom? And then you realize all you do is work. And that's where I really help you. So I help you if your business is already there, but you feel you work too much. I can help you to grow your business, but in 20% less time. And I have a very personal reason for this. It takes one to know one.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, that's what I do, and I really love it.
Well, yeah, that's amazing. So I want to dig into this because, as I was telling you before we started, this topic, of just performance in general and overcoming that addiction to overworking, is something that I know a lot of people here in this audience will resonate with. As you were talking about these things personally, to me too, it definitely hit home and sounds very familiar. So I am very excited for just kind of talking through what I guess that work addiction looks like first, and then how people actually overcome it. And yeah, the more you want to tell us about your personal story, the better, because again, I think it really helps people when they can place, a story to see like, okay, this is the success that you've had. I can do that too. It's achievable. So yeah, if
Sure.
you want to just start us out and let's talk about work addiction.
Yeah. So I basically started my career in the corporate world. I worked for a large multinational, and it was actually an audit firm, a consulting firm. And I am born and raised with the belief that time is money. Every minute that I thought of a client, worked on a client, I had to write down on a sheet and would be billed to the client. Now, as you can imagine, if you're going to the toilet, you might think of a client, but you don't actually want to charge that client for you going to the toilet. So automatically you already started to extend your days because you didn't always was able to charge for what you were doing. So my days got longer and longer. I was working in a culture where if you would leave at 6, people would tell you at the elevator, oh, are you taking an afternoon off? I got really drilled. And I must be honest, I loved my work. I loved what I did. And I was, again, very eager to get promoted. I did get promoted. But in the end, I was always working. When I wasn't working, I was thinking about work. When I wasn't working, I was looking at my phone, checking my emails, always saying, oh, it's just this one email, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it ended badly. I got burned out severely. Now, I always would love to be able to tell you when I got burned out, I learned my lesson and I changed my life. I did to a certain extent. But the thing is, to really beat this work addiction, it took me over 15 years.
Wow.
Because what happened when I left my corporate job, I started to become a business owner. And if you can't see me, I'm smiling now because if there is one thing you do as a business owner, especially when you're eager, you work.
Mm-hmm.
You are not scrolling on social media, you are, doing work. It's work all the time. And that's really, you asked me, how do you recognize the addiction? You start canceling private appointments. You start first thing in the morning is checking your phone, what happened, checking your email, checking your social media, but always in your mind you're thinking about work. And that's really an addiction when it kind of takes over your life.
Absolutely, and I can definitely resonate with that. So, and I guarantee if I can, that many people in the audience can. And I do welcome you to, if you guys are watching, no judgment. Whether you're watching live or in the replays, please let us know if this sounds like you, if this sounds familiar, or if you're just shy. Just say hello anyway, and let us know you're listening. But okay, so I know that we have a lot of overachievers in both our Facebook group and community as well as on Instagram. So let's talk about how they actually can get through this, how they can overcome it.
Yeah. Well, I think a good thing to realize and an incentive to get through this as well is to know when you run a business, you are the business, right? So if you're always working and you're tiring yourself out, because it doesn't matter how much you love your work, because we all, when you're doing it right, we all love what we do, but you are tiring yourself out. So when you tire yourself out, you can't give your clients 100% of you, because there's no 100% to give. You can't really do all the things you need to do to have a thriving business, because you become too tired. You're not
Mhm.
focused, your mind is everywhere. So that's the first thing you need to realize. Hey, I need to change because my clients are actually not getting everything they need. And once you're ready for that change, there's so many things you can do, but one of the things you need to realize is you need to start prioritizing yourself.
Mhm.
Now, this is again very easy said than done, but one of the things I always tell my customers um, is to really take some time, and I prefer to start my day with some time for me. Okay, so I do a workout, I meditate, I
Mhm.
journal, or sometimes I just sleep in. You know, i'm
Yep.
i'm i'm no fan of the 5 o'clock wake up.
No.
Some people are. I take my head off, but I'm not. It's not my thing. And I like the freedom. You know, you're
Absolutely.
all in favor of freedom. So I like it to decide, okay, what do I feel like today? I know that I do well when I had a workout, but some days I just don't. And it's just having that freedom to decide, maybe the first hour of the day, this is my time. And then when you are ready, you go. But you
Absolutely.
are more like mindful, you're more focused, and that makes all the difference. Um, yeah, and I'm going to share one other tip, but I see that you raised some red flags. I like that.
Yes, just some pointers based on what you're saying, so the people that are not going to watch the whole thing, so they get a little bit of insight too.
That's a great thing. What really helps me, because a lot of us, we're so eager to get a lot done, right? And we just keep adding to our to-do list, and there's more and more, and in the end we go like, mind blowing. When do I do it all? And that's when actually the stress starts to kick in. It's like too much. I don't know how to handle it, and we get frustrated. We get anxious. So what I really like is to start my day before I open my phone, before I check my calendar, before I looked at any to-do list, and just ask myself, okay, what are my 3 most impactful actions of today? So that's how I start every day. And the thing is, you don't need a to-do list to realize what your 3 most impactful actions of the day are. You already know. And I write those down, and I make sure that they fit in a day. So for example, writing all the new content for my website can't be one of the 3. Okay. Maybe you write the copy for 1 page. That could be one of the 3. Okay.
Yeah.
But don't be too over enthusiastic and writing down one task that is actually 1 week. And we do this all the time. So that's why I'm saying really make sure that the 3 actions are doable in a day or in half a day when you have other appointments.
Mm-hmm.
And then the best thing you can do is to start working on those 3 most impactful actions. Because if you do it, then you've got like a double whammy. First of all, you've done what needs to be done. And second of all, you feel great because you've done what you needed to do. And you really have that sense of accomplishment the entire day.
Yeah, that's so great. And I mean, I'm a firm believer in that mentality. I do it slightly differently, but same concept. And again, when you have this list, never-ending list of things to do that aren't even achievable, you always feel like you failed at the end of the day. And I see that so often, and then we beat ourselves up. Yeah, it's just that's amazing. And I see a comment here from Mahendra here too, just where he said that he loves the way you explain burnout and sometimes don't even realize that it's happening. And he would love to know, he said, what your day looks
Okay,
like.
so I'll tell you
Um,
about
yeah, what is
what my day looked like. Okay, so I'll tell you about a normal day for me is I get up normally without an alarm, I must say, and then when I have a good day, and like I said, this isn't every day. I'm being very honest here. When I have a good day, I meditate and then I do a workout. Now I have my indoor gym, just a few kettlebells and a mat, but hey, I have my indoor gym and I have an iPad with a little thingy. So I do a workout. I hop under the shower, wake up my daughter, walk the dog, bring my daughter to school, and then I'm at my desk at 9. Then during lunch, I go out, take the dog out. That it's really a very good thing if you are like me, too eager to work, take a dog. They need to pee.
Yep. They make you take breaks.
Yeah, and then they make you take breaks. And then I work till around 2:30. Then I pick up my daughter. We have time together because she needs homework, and I just want to be with her. And then depending on how my day is, I have several appointments. Sometimes I work in the evening, like today, I'm working in the evening. It's a very conscious decision. The reason is partly because I work with people all over the globe, so we're in different time zones. And the other reason is because I just love
Yep.
sometimes to take times off, you know? And on Wednesdays, I don't work. And my appointments
Okay.
don't start before 10 a.m. Yeah, so that's
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 fantastic
that's
that
how
you're
my
able to organize your schedule that way. I mean, that's the goal, right? I actually like the idea of Wednesday because it's kind of, right in the middle of the week. So it gives you a little bit of a break.
It does,
That's nice.
yes.
I do
And Friday,
Fridays
I always
usually, but
yeah, Friday
I
is
like
a
long.
good day too. Yeah.
That's amazing. So okay. Now, I know one thing that you've mentioned before too is how they can grow their business to the next level in you know 20% less time.
Yes.
What does that look like?
Well, it comes down to really focusing on those things that, I'm going to say it, make you the most money and make your clients the happiest and do what you love to do. All too often, we engage in so many things. We do
Mhm.
so many things because either someone told us or we saw it on social media or we think it's a great idea. But when you actually look at all the things you're putting out there, not everything is worth your time. So, for
Mhm.
example, I know a lot of people that go to networking events and do follow up meetings one on one, whereas they're not meeting with the right audience and they're not actually getting any sales from those one on one meetings. Now, it's great to extend your network, but if you're still building your business or you want to expand your business, you can use your time differently. I had one client who started to focus her shift from networking in the wrong circle to the right circle. She saved 55 hours per month. And
So how do we know if we're in the wrong?
pipeline, yes, and her pipeline when she shifted went up with 60K of potential customers that wanted to work with her. So cut back on the things you don't need to do, focus on
Mhm.
the things you do need to do and that make you money and make you feel good. And everything becomes so much easier and fun.
That's amazing. So how do we know? How do we know who the right people are, and if we're talking to the right people or the right networking?
Well, it's you should know your ideal client in and out, and you also will really tell if you're having a lot of conversations and they go nowhere. If nobody is interested, or they say, "Well, nice to meet you," and you never hear from them again, that's definitely not the right audience.
Right.
If you, for example, work with corporations like consultants, don't go to business owners networking events. You can't find corporations there, and
Right.
that's what I see a lot. When you work with larger firms, don't go to smaller business owners networking events. Go somewhere else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, yeah, I see that actually even when I was before I owned my own business and was in a corporate world, and my bosses would always say, "Well, aren't you going to, this business after hours or that, that thing?" And it's just like, well, no, because I've been there, I've done that, and that's not where our leads are. If you want me to just show up to show up, fine, but there's better ways that we can be spending our time. And when you only have a limited amount of time, you have to focus your energy in place. So that's amazing.
Precisely
Okay,
that.
so
Yes.
if you had to give one piece of advice to our audience on what they can do today to just really get started on kind of cutting back the time and overcoming this work addiction, what would that one piece be?
So I would say look at your to-do list and be brutally honest with yourself. What's on your to-do list that you is a nice to have, you're doing to please someone else, you're doing what you actually hate doing. We often have those things, and really cut it out. Stop with those. Or when you are eager to get sales in soon, don't
Mm-hmm.
work on long-term assignments right now. Focus on what gives you the results right now, and everything else, cut it out. And stop saying yes to
Mm-hmm.
things that aren't aligning with your goals. You know,
That's a
really.
smart one.
stop it, because it's a time waster and it doesn't bring your business to the next level at all.
Yeah, that's a good one. I know that I'm guilty of that. Yeah, I've definitely improved, but wow, in the beginning, the things on my list that didn't actually move the needle forward. It was a long list of things. So that's
Yeah,
great
well,
advice. So tell me this: if people want to, connect with you, talk to you a little bit more, where can they do that?
well, I would love to connect on Instagram. You can find me amaze yourself underscore coaching. And just send me a message. I'm there. I love chatting with you. Even, if you, no question to me is strange. I mean, it took me 15 years. So trust me, I know every excuse you are making for yourself. And I'm happy to pop the bubble and tell you, what you could do. And if people want to, I'm always happy to have a 30-minute call and to tell you what your top 3 time savers are, because
Okay.
it's the one thing I can't stop talking about. So yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Yvonne. So for our audience, please go ahead and connect with Yvonne on Instagram and do, if any of what she was saying resonated with you and it feels like something you need help with, please do send her a message. Save yourself some time and move the needle forward on your business. So thank you so much for joining us today, Yvonne. And for everybody watching, who are in the Facebook group, thank you so much. Starting today, you guys are the first ones that are getting these types of videos. But for those watching the recordings on Instagram, thank you so much for tuning in, and please go ahead and join our Facebook group, the Build and Scale a Profitable Business Work from Anywhere, to get first access to support from our community of like-minded entrepreneurs, downloads, and education like this one, to support you in building your business, as well as first access and sneak peeks to other programs and offerings. Thank you so much again, Yvonne. And it has been a pleasure speaking with you. And again, everybody, please do connect. That is something that will be worth your time.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.